If you like to improve in chess, raise up your elo and win more often, then you should see games from strong players. Hello and welcome back. Today I'd like to share with you a game that I played few minutes ago and make a lot of impression to me. I had the white pieces. I started with e4, e5, knight f3, knight to c6. I played the main line, the Spanish, bishop to b5, a6, bishop a4, knight f6, short castling, bishop e7, rook e1, everything is just theory, and now b5, bishop b3, short castling, and of course I went for the main line c3. But these c3 moves allowed this move d5. Do you know what is the name of that move? This is the martial attack. Actually, this is the only system for black that called attack but not defense. But I think I'm correct. I'm in Litz's interface. If you can see, the game goes 3 minutes without increment. You can see the times here. I hope that you can see them clearly. Of course, this is my nickname. You are very welcome to follow me if you like. I'll be happy to be friends there on Litz's. Litz is a very nice platform, and here is my opponent, the person from Armenia. He's playing right now actually, so okay, no problem. And his elo, you can see his elo, my elo, etc. So we have the marshal here. I like this opening very much because I used to play it with the black pieces, very aggressive opening, and of course you can create a lot of problems to your opponents. And more specifically in blitz is excellent weapon. Not only in blitz, in classical games, but in any case. So I captured the pawn, and here I'm providing that move, that game, because he played something that shocked me. And now usually players recapture here on d5. This is the game, and then we can capture on e5, and we have a lot of theory here. But after e takes d4, he played this move e5, and now is the first shock because I didn't knew that move before, and actually it's interesting surprise, especially in blitz games. And if you play ever with that player, you will know what to do with white pieces. So let's move forward. I started here. I start to think. And I captured the knight. What else to do? I captured, he captured, and I recaptured back. You can see now that I am, how many pawns? 2 pawns up, right? I'm 2 pawns up. And I cannot see them here. Litzes doesn't provide the extra material, but in any case we can calculate them. And after that he played bishop to g4. I think, alright, everything is okay. My queen is not in the best shape in the world, but what to do. And I played queen to g3, and now he didn't play immediately bishop d6. You can see a lot of arrows from Litzes, but he played an extremely tricky move, rook e8. And you can see that he had prepared that because he already played that moves very fast. And can you recognize the threat right now? Do you like that video? Then subscribe and click the bell in order to get future notifications. Time for action is now. And the threat is of course to play bishop on d6. I can create an arrow here, and after that move my queen will be under attack, and similarly my rook will be under attack. And I cannot easily save my queen because he's threatening checkmate. What are you going to do now with white? I hope you are not seeing here in the right to see the right moves, but in any case I played d4 here, maybe not the best move. And as you can see, the evaluation changed completely. I had something in mind. I'll tell you what I calculated. I had foreseen that move f3, and in order to keep everything intact, and I created this setup a little later. But this was the best because after bishop to d6, you can see that we are protecting the rook, attacking the knight. We stop that jumps on e4 and g4 from that knight, and we can play something like queen to f2. We don't have any problems in the diagonal, and this is a very nice setup for white. We are 2 pawns down, of course. But black has some compensation here, and you can see the evaluation. It's not something totally clear, this one. So I played d4, tried to keep everything intact, and here after bishop to d6 I had in mind to capture here on e8. This is a check, queen recaptures, and after that I put the queen on e3, tried to stop the checkmate idea, and he recaptured the pawn, and now he renews his threat, or he would like to to bring another piece into the attack, the rook. So this system is very nice, I think. I never seen it before, and I think it's extremely interesting. You can try it. I'll try it as well with black. It looks very interesting, and black is a pawn down, but you can see all of black pieces are extremely active here and participating in the attack, but our pieces here in the king side are stacked. We don't have activity, and of course we have some back rank issues. So I played the move f3. What else to do, because he's threatening a lot of things, and I thought that this is a good square for my queen. f2. During the game I thought about all of this, and you can see my time here. I already spent 1 minute, and in blitz games, if we had 3 minutes in total, 1 minute in the opening is too much time. But okay, he played that normal move, queen to e2, bishop f5, another normal move, and bishop g5. I'm trying for tricks here. I'd like to double his pawns and create something, but he played this strong move, bishop g2, and you can see he already sacrificed one pawn. He don't care about to doubling his king side pawns, but he would like to create strong threats, and he would like to put the bishop on e2, attacking my queen. Then he can attack my pawn on b2. The queen doesn't have a lot of good squares here, and he can create a strong attack. For that reason I was scared. I played that passive move, bishop to d1. This wasn't the best. Maybe it was best to bring back the bishop, as computers say here, but okay. I don't like to move my pieces many times, so for that reason I played the bishop here, and you can see all of my pieces are very passive. He played knight d5, another good move, a4. I tried to do something at least to activate my pieces, and after h6 I played back on d2. At least everything is solid here. It's a little difficult for him to go forward, to do something immediately, but I am a pawn up and the position is complicated here. But according to the computer, it's clearly better to him. He should find the right plan here. You can see something like rook e6, rook g6 in order to create some attack there. He can put the knight on f4. He has some very pleasant initiative. So he played this move, bishop to f4. It's logical because he would like to exchange that bishop, and after that to have access on e3 square, or he's open up this diagonal for rank. For the queen, he can play the queen on g6, and I have a little time. Now I capture here on b5, a takes b5, knight a3, finally to develop the knight, and now he captures here. I recapture, and this is alright. I managed to exchange some pieces, and still I'm a pawn up. And he played that move, bishop, queen g3. Of course, you know, we are humans, we are not computers. We cannot play the best moves all of the times. And now it's my turn, right? He played that move, and I'd like to ask you, what are you going to do now with white? It's white's turn. What do you think? And during the game, I calculate some moves here. It's the critical position for white, for sure. We should think what to do here. First of all, I was thinking about bishop c2. It's the most natural move to exchange pieces, but you should calculate after bishop c2, this move, he has the reply rook e2. What are you going to do then? Of course, you can pause the video and try to think. And I didn't manage to calculate everything correctly. I played g3, tried to stop or prevent this idea to create an escape square for my king, and most importantly to stop this checkmate threat on g2. But the best move here was bishop c2, because after rook e2 I didn't calculate correctly here. What are you going to do now? Of course, we cannot capture the bishop with the queen because he has a checkmate. We cannot capture the bishop with the bishop because he has a similar checkmate. But this bishop is pinned, and we can capture. We can capture the rook. We can capture the rook on e2, and after this recapture, we can capture his queen. And now, of course, he can capture the bishop. But then we have rook against the bishop, and the position is clearly better for white now. I don't know how to delete all of these errors. Actually, it's a little annoying, but in any case, I try to do it later, in later stages. If I close the the computer, then everything is just fine. So here is the trick. I didn't play bishop c2 during the game. This is the best move. Difficult to calculate it in little time. It's some variation, for that reason we cannot see the time. And here you can see that I had only 1 minute. And I played g3 here, he played b6, and finally I played that move because now it's extremely safe. I'd like to exchange pieces, and he doesn't have this rook e2 move because we can capture here the queen. And if he tries to do something crazy like that, to use the x-ray in order to protect the rook, we can capture first here, he can capture and then to recapture the rook, so we are a piece up. So during the game he exchanged the pieces, he played that nonsense move. He would like to put the rook probably here on e2, and I didn't capture the knight because he can capture my knight. You can see if opponents played correctly, then the position could be complicated, and of course this is not a very good position for white because he has a lot of activity, he's threatening a lot of things. Sorry, not there, but on e2, and I'll have problems. And during the game we continue that, he gave a check, we exchanged the pieces, he went here, I played h4, now I have a totally winning position. And I played queen d3, but just a minute, because I'm seeing right now, yeah, of course he has knight f4. I blunder that. I thought that during the game I didn't blunder this check, but after that move I blundered this. I have 22 seconds, I played this one. Of course the best was to move the king and after that do something with the queen, but I played this. Unfortunately for him, he didn't found this cool double threat. He played there, and now you see I step aside my king, and now I try to exchange pieces. Now the knight is very nice here because he doesn't have any threats, and I'm just in time to collect another pawn, and now I'm 3 pawns up. And finally we have very little time. I had only 14 seconds without increment, and I win the game after a lot of exchanges. Now he has problems to protect the knight and the pawn. For that reason, after these checks, I'm attacking the knight. He went here, I created a new win to deflect his queen, and I capture. He gave another check, no sense because my knife is powerful. He tried to block it, and the next maneuver, in 1 second he has 7. I try to unblock the queen, and now the threat is to put the knight on e5 or on b6, and I think he lost in time, but here he said that he had 2 seconds or he resigned, I don't know. But in any case, the main idea is here. Here's the main idea, because after e takes d4 he didn't recapture back, as we mentioned. This is the main line as the theory developed. Knight takes d5, this is the most popular line and usually people play this move, but he played this very tricky e4, and this is why I'm showing you, I'm providing this game. It's a very interesting line, and of course you are very welcome to write some comments about your ideas and thoughts about that move e4. Thank you very much and see you soon.